Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna attempt to show you how to do a GPU pass-through, a single GPU pass-through on an Arch-based distro. So I'm not gonna go into optimization or very fancy things. This is just the most bare bones tutorial so you can get a grasp of like what else to do, and I will be following this guide from this guy because I find this very straightforward. But as I said, we are not gonna do VFIO or stuff like that. This is just so it works, and then from there you can do whatever you want. So, firstly, you need to go into your BIOS settings, your UEFI settings, and find something called IOMMU. You need to enable this, and then we can continue. Next is to disable resizable bar also in your BIOS settings, so do that. Then we need to edit our graph file. So it would be, let's say I'm using Nano, and just go here. You find your first, you find this line here, and then you need to insert these two parameters. So if you're on AMD CPU, you do AMD. If you're on Intel, you do Intel. And once you're done, you press Ctrl O, save your grub file, and then here's the command to update your grub config. All right. Now you should do a reboot, and then we can check with this command whether our IOMMU is working. Sorry, it's a sudo command. Yes. So for me it says it's supported. So I guess that's you need to see something like that. Okay, next. So we are on Arch, so this should be our command here. Now, this might not work because some packages have been updated since, so I like to do I like to install QEMU full. I mean, you can find it in with Pacman too. So once you do that, okay. As long as you have Word Manager, then we can continue. So next, you need to do this command. Just paste it, copy paste it. Do not forget to start your libvirt service. So first you do enable, right? And you wanna enable it now. So you go -- now. Once you did that, let's check if it's running. So here, yes, enabled. Oh, where is it? Oh, not running. Well, I don't know why that is. Now it's running. Okay, yeah. Next, you need to add your user to the libvirt group with this command. So you just copy this and you change username to your username. That's it. Okay, we are gonna skip Vertio because it's gonna make things a bit more complicated. Okay, and here I would suggest you to just create your Windows VM before we continue. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so let's create our Windows VM. Create new virtual machine. Local ISO. Let's select our Windows installer ISO. I will be using Windows 10 LTSC. You can do 11. Just make sure you keep it as Windows 10 in the name, Win 10. Let's give it all our CPU, some RAM, so we can make the install the least painful as possible. Next, let's make a storage. Gonna put it on my fast SSD. So I'm gonna create a new volume, at least 100 gigs, because you know how Windows is. Let's call it Win10. You can do QCOW2 or RAW, but doesn't matter in our case. Do not allocate the entire volume. That's pointless. So next. Okay, there it is. Choose next. And we are gonna customize it before install. So most important thing is to change firmware to UEFI. Okay. Next, CPU is fine. We can change that later if you want. Enable boot menu. Select our CD-ROM and put it on the top so it boots from the ISO. We have our disk here, yes. Default. You know what? You could actually remove the network interface for the install, so it doesn't ask for a Microsoft account, but whatever now. The rest is fine. You know, let's begin. Press any key, spam it a bit. And now we are waiting. Custom install. This is our only drive, so let's go. So once we are done with that and shut down our Windows, let's continue. So we're gonna create the libvirt hook. You wanna copy this. Let's do sudo su. You wanna be super user for this. and just copy paste it and enter. Not gonna do it because I already done it, but then next we go to this file. Let's go, I'm gonna use nano again, and there we are. I've already copied the content, so here that's all you need to do. For you this is gonna be Win10, I believe, yeah. So let's save it. Next, create the start script. You copy, paste, enter. Then we go to this file, begin file, nano. Oops, yeah, sorry. For me it's not called Windows 10. But for you it should be called Windows 10. So, few important things. Since we are probably using Plasma, we need to delete the hashtag here, which is this line, and then change username here to your username. And after that, if you are on NVIDIA, then you need to delete this hashtag and leave the rest. If you're on AMD, you wanna delete this hashtag like I did and leave the NVIDIA with the hashtag. Next, these two lines are also important, so we wanna find our GPU's number. A very easy way to do that is to open up your Virt Manager again, choose your VM, add hardware, PCI, and here you find your GPU. So this one is my GPU, and this is the sound from the GPU. So you want both, okay? You will probably have two of these. You can see, so it says 00000B, blah blah blah. You wanna match these numbers and letters. So for me, as you can see, it's 0B, 0B, 0 and 1. So simple. Then you save this and let's move on. Then we are gonna create our stop script. So it's nano for you, it's again Windows 10. Here you change these numbers again. What else is different? Yeah, for me it's the AMD GPU. For you it might be the NVIDIA, so you uncheck all of these if you have an NVIDIA GPU. The rest I believe is the same. Okay. Save and exit. And we are almost pretty much done. So let's go back to our VM. And in order to use our VM, we're gonna have to pass through our keyboard and mouse. So there are multiple ways, but let's do it this way. So you add hardware, USB, and then you choose your keyboard. Yes. And then we will also add our mouse. That's my mouse. That's it. And to have sound, you wanna go to your PCI devices again, and let's see. For me, it's the HD audio controller. So I'm not sure what it would be for you guys, but for me, this is like the whole thing that you have in the back of your motherboard. So yes, you want to add that. This way you can have sound from your well, unless you have a USB speaker or whatever USB headphones, then you wanna add it as a USB device. But if you have like a different connection, like yeah, you get what I mean. Now we wanna remove every useless stuff, so we don't need these. We don't need video. We don't need this channel spice. We don't need serial, this sound, display spice. These must stay. And yep. Okay, now we can remove everything. Cool. So basically, just to keep it simple, I have my USB devices, my audio, and oh, of course, let's not forget our GPU. So, you need to add both. This one, yes, and the audio, yes. Cool. Okay, and I guess I will hit start, and I'll see you guys in the Windows VM. Oh, and don't forget to remove your ISO, your Windows installer. There you go. I just installed OBS. Took like 2 minutes for Windows to detect my GPU, so don't worry if it's a weird resolution in the beginning. But as you can see, it's been detected. If you wanna update your GPU driver, you need to download a specific version. So you don't go with the auto install or auto detection software. You download the specific driver from NVIDIA or AMD. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. On AMD, it's gonna get stuck at like 60 something % during the install. You don't wanna do that. If it still doesn't work, I'll show you something else right now. So if for some reason you get a black screen or whatever, there is this step you might wanna do. I didn't have to do this, it was working without it, but you might wanna do this. So you wanna go to Edit, Preferences, and Enable XML Editing. Okay, then you go to Overview and click XML. And I believe in Features, so here is Features, and Hyper-V, that's Hyper-V. And so this is the beginning of Hyper-V. This is the end of Hyper-V. All you wanna do is copy this line and put it like, okay, let's say under this one. And then you click Apply. So if it stayed, did it stay? Vendor ID stayed, yes. If it stayed, then you're good. And also, almost forgot, go to CPU and you wanna set your CPU manually, okay? So you click this. I have one socket, obviously you do too. I have 8 cores and each core has 2 threads. So that makes 16. You can check it in your whatever program you use. I guess HTOP or no, BTOP, maybe that's pre-installed. You can see the number of your cores. So I have 16. you probably want to do the same. But anyway, I hope this helped. I just wanted to make this video because I've seen this guy called Bog, and he was struggling for years at this point, or I don't even know, months, to do a simple GPU pass-through, and he eventually bought 2 GPUs. But as you can see, it's pointless. You can do it. If you have any questions, I'll try to help. But as I said, this guide is fantastic. If you have any issues or you wanna even improve it further, I really recommend this one. And thank you for watching and have a good one.